worry, Tyler. I'll be doing that to you in a few minutes. I'll show you that. You can feel the other side of that. Actually, speaking of which, Tyler, get on up here. I'm really proud of Tyler's progress. He's been soaking things up. He's been that guy that comes in. Actually, several of y'all have been that guy that comes in like, hey, I saw this and I'm wondering if this might be a solution to this problem that I've been having, and really stretching my knowledge as well, which I feel some days it doesn't take much, but Tyler has been giving me progressively more and more trouble. We've established this game where I'll concede bottom side and I'll tell him to make me regret it, and every day I regret it a little more. And it's not going to be too long before I do that, and he'll make me wish I died as a child, and I'm going to stop doing that. But piece of tape was too long for this. Okay, there we go.
He made yours long, dude.
We're telling stories about me again. Oh, all right. Woo! Justin, get up here.
Woo! Not that one. Hey.
I wasn't trying.
All right. Justin has been giving me a lot of trouble lately. Choked the crap out of me the other day. I was very, very proud. I did not even see the anaconda he had set up, and I started playing with a sweep. I'm like, oh God, this is bad. He's been giving me a lot of trouble lately. He's been making a lot of progress, and he's really shown a lot of fire to compete. So if anybody wants any war sessions, get with this guy, because he may have a bum knee, but he's gonna get after your legs anyway. He's also been sacrificing an enormous amount of time running the academy in Columbia City, which all of us really appreciate. And Indy, get up here.
Indiana, for sure.
All right. This is going to take me a minute because I actually got to put two of these on Indy.
Woo!
Indy is really starting to show an enormous amount of initiative with the leg game, which I'm very proud of. As Noah can tell anybody, I went through a phase as white and blue belt where I was terrified of leg locks, and then as a purple belt, like it's all I wanted to do, to where I forgot all but like one guard pass. But Indy has been showing a lot of initiative and a lack of fear in wanting to get into that game and make his game more well-rounded. He also, when that fire gets lit inside of him, is pretty scary. He's got to work on smoothing things up a little bit. I can say one thing he's really mastered is the concept of Brazilian time.
He's like the Rocky of Jiu-Jitsu. Like the further in the tournament goes, the more he's like pissed off and like fights better. Like he has to get bloodied up first, and then he's like, "All right, boss, I'm ready to go."
I'll just punch you in the face before you
I
first.
guess so. He's talking.
It's like a character in Full Metal Jacket. The guy is under fire. He's one of the best Marines alive. He just needs somebody to throw grenades at him the rest of his life. All right. It was like 5 times as much.
14 hours later.
Yeah.
Wash off.
You weren't.
All right, I'll get it out of the way. Sure.
Wait, no, I'm the.
Tag your head.
All right. So, I don't know who to start with. 4 people are gonna get stripes today. I'll start with. I guess we'll go in order from like top to bottom. So a little bit backwards. But man, this guy's been with me the longest. He's been working harder than ever, and he deserves this. You know, he deserves it. I don't really know what else to say. Everybody knows how hard he's been working. I don't need to say nothing. Anybody who's in the chat, anybody who's around knows how hard he's been working. He hasn't been this low since I've ever remember. And Shane. This year's big because Shane's been doing this since I started, so going on 9 years now. This is stripe 4 on his blue belt, so really big step, next step, right? Shane may not be able to do all the cool fancy moves, but he works hard. He's here every day. Yeah, he's doing more. He's doing more, and he's working hard and he's determined. You know, and he's always been die hard for this team. Always here when I need him. And there it is, number 4. All right. Next guy is really, Watkins has a lot to do with this next guy. Everybody's improving, obviously, but I know that him and this next guy, it's like my second longest running. I don't even like to say stupid, but friend. You know, we're all the same. But Watkins has a lot to do with this guy's progression as an athlete, and he's been smashing my guard a lot and threatening me a lot, so he's made me get better. And probably gives me my toughest rolls with people my size that I've had, even against high-level grapplers, which he gets. So Rex, come here.
Yeah.
I feel like every promotion is obviously a team promotion. It's not just me, but like I said, John has had a lot to do with everybody's progress, and him and Rex spent a lot of time together, and I noticed a huge difference afterwards. So if you guys aren't taking advantage of John, like I say, please take advantage of John. There you go. Alright, so the next one I really, like, I know I always say this about somebody, and I'm joking most of the time, but this time I mean it. I really hate this guy. Hate it. But I love him too. I always say I hate him because that's just our relationship. I gotta give him shit 90% of the time. As soon as I met him, he's the type of person that forces you to, you know, you're gonna get close to him, you're gonna get to know him.
Right.
And I like that because I'm kind of the same way. Standoffish sometimes, it all depends on the energy, but right away I feel like I've known this dude forever. He's great with my kids. We're thinking about getting a house together, but Alan beat me to it. So, Brandon Kelly, you've been working real hard, man, getting beat up a lot. I'm always thinking and like debating in my head, oh, when are they ready? When are they ready? The first strike's a big one because you got to have a lot of the big answers, like just basing and stuff like this. And in the beginning, we could do it. Hell, Solon could do what he wanted with Brandon. But now, the other day, you know, I normally start and I just lay there and I let Brandon get me in a bad spot, right? Which I do with a lot of people in the beginning, just to feel their natural abilities, stuff like that. In the beginning, he didn't know what to do, right? Like most of us. But the other day, I kind of regretted letting him get to a good position on me because it took me about 3 to 4 minutes to even get it back. And I was fighting pretty hard. So his base, everything, position's doing great, man. You earned it. All right, and this last one I saved for last because I wanted him to sweat. I wanted him to sweat. I'll keep the curse words to a minimum because of my kids. That's for you, son. So I know we've talked about he's almost there. You know, he's making big strides. recently he hasn't been able to be here as much, but he's always talking to me and saying how much he wants to be here and just life. You know, if you got kids and you got a job and practice, whatever, it's hard. You know, it's hard to be here. You know? But he's still here when he can be, and he's a tough roll. I don't even like to roll with him anymore. I don't. I'll be honest. But Caleb's I don't like to roll with him no more. But he keeps plugging away, and honestly, this is one of the braver guys when it comes to competition. He literally just jumped in right away in the first month. Yeah, well,
The froggy splash.
Some people call it bravery, other people call it poor judgment.
It's admirable. It's admirable. But no, he's definitely earned this, and if you guys know me, I don't give stuff out easy. You know, I had a long, hard road. You know, and it's still a long, hard road to get to wherever we're getting with this. Wherever you stop, I don't care who you are. It was a long, hard road, but. That's all I got. Thank you all for coming. Also, real quick, thanks everybody for coming as always. But also big thanks for the donations and stuff for this family at work. They really need it, and I appreciate you all so much. And I know they will too.
I'll be quick here. I just want to recognize a couple guys. You can just stand where you're at. Justin started with me a couple months ago. Okay, this guy made a pretty serious lifestyle change 2 years ago. He's really got into weightlifting and transformed his physique and stuff. But you haven't been with me long enough to get promoted yet. You're on the right track. I just want to see you more. Okay, so Justin Elliott. Josh is new Justin before he came to me. He's been training for years, kickboxing, all that stuff. He's at his second degree. You're going to stay there for now. We know we have more work to do within the system. But just attitude and behavior, I wish I had 100 guys just like him. You're on the right track. Woo! CJ, this guy's been a tremendous asset to the group since the day he came in through the door. I didn't know who he was. We've had a lot of random people show up and troll the gym, just people doing weird stuff. He came in, I threw a gi at him, I didn't know anything about him. He's turned out to be one of the biggest assets to the Bryan Club, not just as an entrepreneur, being useful to others and the group, right? And he's doing more studying than I can keep up with right now. I don't have all the answers for you. You're doing the right stuff, you're getting your second degree.
They're not here, but they've been ducking me for long enough, so we're going to do something fun with this instead. So, some of you guys know, I mean, most of you guys should know, right? So Adam's been training for a very long time, right? So, he was a blue belt, fought Watkins at blue belt. He's a very tough guy. You know, he had some life setbacks just like everybody else. So, even though he's not here today, he's still getting promoted, and we're gonna Photoshop him in.
I can do that. I can do that.
Keep ducking it forever. So, you know, as far as like a more formal like thing with him, we'll still do. But like, I just want to make sure that everybody is like, it's not very common for upper ranks to transplant from other teams to come train with other teams because it's a lot of weight on your shoulders and you have a big target on your chest and things like that generally. But also at the same time, he came in with the right mindset and has bought in and really helped everybody. So, and he stepped up even in the last team challenge, was hurt and tried to downplay how hurt he was and still went out there and tried to do his best. So that's pretty admirable. It's stupid, but it's admirable. So just want to make sure that we take a moment to make sure that he gets recognized for that. So Justin, you can be the keeper of that for now. So the next time he comes in. And then the last and most important piece is number 2. So long time coming, right? So everybody has different paths and different journeys and different styles and different methods and our own struggles and things like that. But when it comes down to this, like, one of the biggest things that I talk about is family, right? Our team is a family to me, right? If it weren't for you guys, I probably would just be a fat out of shape dude that like used to do jiu-jitsu, right? So I'm very thankful for the chances and opportunities that I get to train with you guys and help drive your careers forward and your journeys forward. So Ben has trained with me since before the gi was a thing at our academy, right? When we first opened, we were a MMA no gi, like submission grappling school, and Ben started back then. And not long after Ben, Watkins joined up, and those two have been at war ever since, making each other better, pushing each other harder. They're truly the yin and yang of one another. Different methods and approaches and things, and they have collectively kept their foot on the throat of people in their weight class for long times, and including one another at times, where I'd have to say, please don't hurt one another. But I've given them challenges and they've never backed them, not once. Not always easy, not always the ways that they wanted it, not always the way that we intended, but kept hammering, kept pushing. And now is in a position to be more of a force for good for others as well. So even though black belt isn't the end, it's just the beginning. So it's not a symbol that we know everything and we're God's gift to the green earth. It's a respect symbol of the time and effort that's been put in. So today, Ben is joining the club.
Yeah.
Those two have been, both Ben and Watkins have been intertangled since the beginning and have been a critical component of each other's development. I probably wouldn't have been as good of a coach to them without them being there for each other. So I'm thankful for that. And as much as I wanted to promote them together to kind of cement that symbol, but I feel that it's important to have this time in the sun to themselves.
Don't you beat me?
There's that. So that's all the business that I got today. Again, thank you guys for everything that you do.
Sound like it, Tori.
We truly would be just a bunch of weirdos in pajamas, like beating the crap out of each other in a garage, if it weren't for everybody that's here helping contribute to the growth of this team and frankly our dominance of Western Ohio. So as we grow, that grows. So thank you for your efforts. Let's make sure we get a group picture because I'll forget otherwise, and then please be merry and kick the crap out of one another. Have a good time. Okay? Let's get a picture.